Hello, good afternoon, good evening, everyone all around the world. I want to welcome you to today's session, the Transformation Table. My name is Wale Adekanla, and today is going to be a wonderful day. It's going to be a fantastic one. We are people of value who are adding value to others. So I want to welcome you to today's session. Today, um, before we get started, okay, before we get started, I want us to continue to share this live broadcast, share this live broadcast with anyone that you know all around the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're live on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube right now. So welcome, and I want you to continue to share this. Let me know where you're joining from. Okay, where are you joining us from? Let me know. Today is going to be a wonderful one. We have a great guest that will be joining me right here today, Bisi Akintayo. She's a business growth expert. She is an entrepreneur. So today you're going to learn so much on business and business growth. Okay, so I want to really say very big welcome to everyone. I see you on Facebook, I see you on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let me ask you a couple of questions. And I would love to ask everyone that is watching me live on YouTube or on Facebook right now. Let me ask you this question. Are you a new business owner? Are you thinking about starting a business? And you're looking for guidance to navigate the complexities, of entrepreneurship. Is that why you're here? Or are you a struggling business owner in need of expert support to renew your business ideas? See, today's session will help you with the strategies, the tools, and confidence to thrive in aggressive business landscape. We've prepared everything for you today to help you to become the person that you want to be. So, are you ready? Are you ready to turn your vision into a thriving reality? And that's exactly why I am here today. And that's why we're going to have our guests here today, Bisi Akintayo. Or maybe you are currently a business owner and you're looking for proven strategies to turn your business around. Or if that is why you are here, I want you to just type yes. Let me know why you are here. I'd like to know why you're here, so that we can take care of everything that you are looking for today. And if you are just looking for knowledge, for skills, for actionable, insight needed to build a resilient and thriving business, yes, we're going to take care of that today as well. So my question for you right now is, are you ready? Do you have your notepad ready? Are you ready to learn how to overcome obstacles and achieve sustainable growth? Whether in your life, in your business, in your team, in your organization, today is your day. And I want to welcome you to this session. I want to welcome you to this session. So, very soon I'm going to invite my guest today. But before I invite my guest today, a couple of things I just want to quickly share with you. And I want you to write this down. In fact, get started with this. Get started with this. Welcome, welcome. Joining from San Antonio. Yes, thank you. Welcome, welcome. I want to quickly give you some tips that you need to quickly take note of to get you started. Even before, we start with our guests for today. Let me just get you started with this. I want you to write these 7 steps down. I started my business in 2009. I wrote my first book in 2009. And, I didn't know what I was doing. I wrote the book. I was so passionate. I just wanted to add value to people. So I wrote the book, and I launched the book in my city, Elisha, in Osun State. If anybody knows Osun State in Nigeria, let me know. Say I, all right? Say I. Let me know if you know Osun State, Elisha in Osun State, right there in my city. I grew up there, and when I wrote the book, everybody was like, oh, "What's going on here?" Of course, the first author in my family, and my father was like, "Okay, this is good." I said, "Yes, sir." Very interesting, right? So, um, i- 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 you know, until 2011, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand anything about business. It was really dark because of what I didn't know. Okay. But I, you know, learned a lot of things through my mentors, through my coaches. And today, I have a beautiful story to tell. We've transformed many lives, many business leaders, you know, uh, uh, all around the world. And today, we're going to be sharing some powerful tools that will be helping you. I just want you to write these 7 things down. Very important. Before I invite my guest today, I think my guest just joined us on Instagram, and I'm going to be inviting her. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to be inviting her in a minute, but I want you to write these 7 steps down. These 7 steps helped me from 2009 till now. Okay. Can you just imagine giving you 7 levels that have helped me for years in just few minutes? Can you just imagine? This is gold, right? It's gold. Write them down now. Please write them down. Take note of this. So bring out your notepad. In fact, this is just the intro. By the time I bring in my guests, it's going to be a life-changing moment for you. All right. So, number 1, write this down. Make a commitment to grow daily. I was taught, in fact, when I discovered this, it changed my life. Make a commitment to grow daily. Number 1. Number 2, value the process more than events. Value the process more than event. Number 3, please write this down. If you're watching me on YouTube, on Facebook, kindly share this message before we bring in our guests. Share this with everyone that you know. Number 3, don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for inspiration. Start the starts. Number 4, be willing to sacrifice pleasure for opportunities. Be willing to sacrifice uh, pleasure for opportunities. Okay. Number 5, I want you to write this down real quick. All right. Because we need to bring in our guest right now so that we can get into the game. Number 5, dream big. Dream big. I learned how to dream big. Number 6, plan your priorities. Plan your priorities. I always tell people jokingly that I am not everywhere. I can't be everywhere. In fact, there are some places where you won't find me. Okay. So plan your priorities. Number 7, give up to go up. Give up to go up. I've given up a lot of things in my life. Okay. And those are the 7 secrets. They are my secrets that I've learned over the years that have taken me to where I am today. And right now, we're going to bring in our guest. Let me see. I think she's right here with hers. Let me bring in our guest. So if you're watching us live on Facebook, on Instagram, welcome, welcome everyone. I see you. Thank you so much. Let me know where you're joining from. We have a lot of people watching us live on YouTube and on Facebook right now. We are going to be live on Instagram. All right. We're going to be live on Instagram. Okay. I'm just waiting for my guests to join my live section. So okay, so if you have your notepad, if you have your your pen and your something to write on. I want you to be ready before we get this started. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an exciting time together today. Okay, kindly share this video with anyone that you know anywhere in the world. It's going to be life changing. Okay, whether you are someone that is thinking about starting a business and you're kind of confused, you don't know what to do, you need some guidance to navigate through all the complexities of entrepreneurship. Today is your day. Or maybe you are a struggling business owner and you don't know exactly what to do now to turn your business around. All right, today is also your day. We have designed everything to meet your needs so that you can get started and then turn things around and make things happen again in your life. Okay, all right. So let me, I think she got disconnected again. Okay, she was here but got disconnected. Okay, okay, I think she's going to join us back in a little bit. So before she joins back, please, if you can hear me, can you just join us in the room? Let me quickly send this. Continue to share this video with everyone. If you're watching me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, tag someone, let them know we're about to get started. Okay, we are about to get started. Okay, all right, let's go this way. Okay, so if you can hear me, all right, we're going to bring in our guests in a moment. But let me quickly just share a couple of things with you again. I learned this in 2012 when I was really struggling with my business. I was really struggling with my business. It was really, really hard. Trust me, it was really, really hard. And I didn't know what to do. I failed many times. I tried many things. I always share with people. In fact, anytime I'm having my mastermind class, there is a game that I usually play. The game of tests. I always share with people to test. Okay, test ideas. Test your ideas. Number two, fail as much as possible. Can you imagine that? Fail as much as possible. Fail as much as possible. If you want to be successful, don't be afraid of failure. And then learn as much as possible. Then improve as much as possible. Can you just write down those four things? Test, fail, learn, improve. Test, fail, learn, improve. And then do it all over again. Every time, do it all over again. Don't be afraid to fail if you really want to be successful. Don't be afraid. Always test your ideas, test it, make a move, do something about it, then fail forward. It's okay, fail forward, and then improve. If you do it correctly, if you fail correctly, you will learn correctly. If you learn correctly, you will improve correctly. Okay, there is a process for every stage. So don't just be failing without learning. In fact, if you don't learn from your failures, then it remains a failure. In fact, that is what I call converting your failure to asset. See every failure as an asset. When you learn from your failure, it becomes an asset. But if you don't learn from your failure, it remains a liability. Okay, so tell someone or tweet that to someone that turn your failure to asset. Turn your failure to asset. Okay, turn your failure to asset. Let's see. Okay. Give me 1 second. I am working on bringing in our guests right now. Okay, so tweet that to someone. Turn your failure to assets. Turn your failure to asset. Welcome, welcome, Thompson. Welcome, Olubenga Sonny. Thank you, everybody, wherever you're joining me from. Welcome, welcome. All right, I think working with my guest to bring my guest in. I think there is a connection issue. All right, there's a connection issue, and in a moment she's going to be here joining us live. All right, thank you very much everyone that is watching me live. So let me give you more tips, some of the things that have helped me in my life to become successful in everything that I am doing today. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, let me give you three things that you need to do. Three things that I've done over 10 years. I have done these three things for more than 10 years. All right. And all these things can transform your life completely. These three things. Okay. I have my guests right now in on StreamYard. She's joining right now. So for everyone that is watching me live on Instagram, definitely you are going to hear our voice. Okay, if you are watching me live on YouTube, on Facebook, definitely you are going to see our live. So welcome, welcome everybody. So let me bring in our guest so that we can get started, and I will be giving you those three things. Okay. Okay, remind me, I'll be giving you those three things. Those three things, those three keys that have helped me for more than 10 years to grow what I do today. Okay, so let's quickly invite her to join us. Anyone watching us on Instagram, definitely I want to encourage you, if you can join us on YouTube or Facebook, definitely you are going to see my guest live. Hello, my sister, how you doing? Can you hear me? I think you're muted. Can you hear me? Okay, I think you're muted. If you could just maybe leave and then join again. Can you hear me now? I think you're muted. Can you check? I can see you. Okay. Yes, you are unmuted now. Hello, can you hear me now? Oh, we can't hear you. I know you're saying something, but we can't hear you. I think you're muted again. Sometimes whenever I'm using this system, I try to work around it to make sure that everything looks great. Yes, can you hear me now? Oh, I know you're saying something, but I can't hear you. Please, if you can hear her very well, can you just type yes if you can hear her? If you can see her, if you can hear her, can you type something? Can you type yes? Let me know. Everyone that is watching us, let me know if you can hear her. I can't hear you. Maybe we should try Instagram. If the connection on Facebook and on YouTube is not working. Yes, so I think my guest just dropped. She's going to try Instagram. So let's see which one that works. All right. So let me quickly give you those three things, okay, before we get into the main session. Let me give you the three things, okay. Oh, you can see her. Oh, you can see. Oh, you saw her. Okay. I think it was a network issue. Let's wait a little bit. Thank you very much for everyone. See, it's going to worth your time. Okay, it's going to worth your time. Continue to share this with everyone that you know anywhere in the world. Okay, and oh yes, I couldn't hear her as well, but I think she's going to join us again. She will join us again. Let's wait. Okay. She's going to join us again. Let just wait a little bit for us to connect with us back here or on Instagram. Okay. So let me quickly give you those three things that have helped me over years, over these years. If you want to become an entrepreneur or if you want to grow your business in any way, if you want to grow your business, starting from where you are to anywhere you want to grow that business to, three things that you need to do. Number one, innovate. Innovation is powerful. Innovation is powerful. See, there are thousands and millions of ideas that are running around every day. In fact, entrepreneurship landscape came out with the statistics, and according to their statistics, there are many numbers out there. 65% of small businesses, even in the United States alone, are profitable. 65%. Can you just imagine that? So who told you that you can't start a business? Say nearly 5.4 million new businesses were registered in 2001. 5.4 million new businesses. Wow. So this is huge. In the United States alone, can you just imagine? 47% of people became entrepreneurs because they wanted to be their own boss. All right. Maybe if that is your reason, yes, you can do it. If that is your own reason, you can do it. All right. And if you want to become an entrepreneur because you want to add value to people, you want to become a person of value so that you can continue to add value to people, you can as well become an entrepreneur. You can start a business. You can start adding value to people. Today, we're going to show you how you can get started, how you can add value to people. All right. I think, let me see if we can do Instagram. 1 second. Okay. So if you want to add value to people, all right, couple of things that you need to take note of that are very, very important. Number one, you need to innovate. You need to innovate. Continue to innovate. Write down your ideas. Test your ideas. Test your ideas. No matter how beautiful your idea is, if you don't do something about it, nothing is going to happen. I mean, I know that for sure. That nothing is not is going to happen if you don't execute, if you don't take action, no matter how beautiful that idea is. It took me a while. I started talking about my idea. I was telling people I wanted to. Are you familiar with anyone who who says those words like I wanted to, like 10 years ago, they said I wanted to. 5 years ago, they told you I wanted to. Today, they are still saying I wanted to start. So when are you going to start? Test your ideas, innovate, keep on innovating, keep on creating, keep on innovating. Everyone can innovate, everyone can create, everyone has a leadership project. I know that for sure, that everyone has a leadership project. You have a leadership project, whether you believe it or not. Because how did I know that? I'm very sure that everyone can become a better leader and everyone deserves to be led well. And in fact, this is one of the things I share with leaders anytime I'm working with leaders, that everyone deserves to be led well. Because sometimes people wonder, Why do I need to spend, to spend this money on leadership development? I'm like, oh, so do you see it as money that you are spending? The moment you see self-development as expenses or as an expense, all right, then it is not an investment. That means you don't see it as an investment. From today, I want to encourage you to start seeing personal development as an investment. Anything you invest in your area of development is an investment, not an expense. All right, put it as investment, not expense. It's a mindset shift. It helps you to continue to innovate, to continue to renovate, to continue to be fresh, to have fresh ideas that you can run with every time. Number two, very important, and I want you to write this down: sales and marketing. See, when you innovate and you produce the product or the service, because there is a process for the production of the product and services. Now, I'm not talking about that today, but imagine you have your product and you have your services that you have produced already. How can you send your message out? See, people won't know how beautiful your product is until you let them know what you have. In fact, can I tell you something? Do you know that most of the products that are selling today, one second, I think, okay, I'm waiting for our guest to connect. Okay, I think our guest is back. Our guest is back. Do you know that most of the products that are selling today are not the best products? Okay, even if you have the best product, if your product is not marketed, if you don't if you don't have strategies to push them out, nobody will know that you have the best product. No matter how beautiful your product is, it can sit down right there in your house, sleeping with your product, chilling with your product. Okay, so let's bring in our guest once again. Okay, here we go. Hello, hello, can you hear me? You are muted. Yes. Oh, I think she got disconnected again. The network today. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna do this. Um, Harriet, thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much. Yes, I appreciate you joining. Definitely, we're expecting our guest for today, Bisi Akintayo. She's going to be joining us. She's been trying to connect, but I think the network is not enabling her. But of course, we're going to be patient, and it's going to worth your time. Okay, I'm going to be right here. I've decided to pour my heart to anyone. Yes, yes, I understand. Thank you. Can we connect on Instagram? Maybe we should try Instagram. Maybe we should try Instagram. I would think it should be tried. Okay, let's see if Instagram can work. So it's the network issue. That's what we're going through today. I apologize for to everyone that is watching me live. Okay, but don't worry, I'm going to give you some valuable information today. All right, let's try one more time. Let's try Instagram one more time. Let me send the invite. Here we go. If this will work. All right. So, like I said, as we wait, for our guest to try again, she just sent a message that she's experiencing poor network. Okay, so I really apologize for that. But let's wait a little bit if she will be able to reconnect on Instagram. But Before we have our ear, let me just continue with what I was talking about. So, number one, innovate. Number two, sales and marketing. Invest in sales and marketing. Push out your products and services. Let people know about what you have. Let people know about what you have. It's important. All right. So I will be back with number three. I think she's back. Let's try again. Let's try again. Oh, we are really having network issue today. We're having the network issue today. All right. Okay, so let's continue. Let me continue with what I was sharing with you. So number two, sales and marketing. Say nobody is going to buy your products until you market your product. I mean, think about different organizations that I'm, marketing today. You know, think about Facebook ads, investing. They are investing massively in Facebook ads. They are investing massively in YouTube ads. Even churches are doing the same. So if you're a ministry leader, I want to welcome you to this space. Market what you have. Market what you have. Distribute your message. Distribute your product and services. Let people know that this is available for them. People won't buy your products if you don't let them know. So, what do you have to do? For example, in my own industry, if you are in the coaching, industry, if you are in the knowledge sharing industry, for example, in my coaching industry, one of the things that you need to do if you are a coach and you are watching me live, it's important to take note of this. Market your services. Increase your lead generation. Okay. Look for strategies to increase your lead generation through sales and marketing. Market, and do a lot of things in marketing. It's important. Let people know what you have. See, there are millions, thousands of people around the world who are interested in what you sell, but they wouldn't know what to sell until you market it. They wouldn't know that you have it. Okay, no matter how beautiful your product is and whatever that you have created through innovation, you need to market it to the world. The world needs to know you, and the world needs to know what you have. For as simple as it is, even if you have written the book, market it. Learn how to market. You can do it yourself, or you can you can leverage on organizations who are, experts in that area to do it for you. It's an investment. It's not an expense. It's a mindset. Hello, hello. Can you hear me now? Wow, this network is really, really bad today. Okay. It's really, really bad today. Okay. So let me give you the top 10 real quick. Let me give you the top 10. Management and leadership skills. Can you please write that down? Number one, innovation. Number two, sales and marketing. And number three, management and leadership skills. Let me ask you a question. What is your leadership level right now? From scale 1 to 10. What's your leadership level? I want you to think about that. What is your leadership level? All right, let's see if we can connect on Instagram. I'm trying to do everything possible we can to have our guest here today. Ooh, okay. So back to my question. What is your leadership level right now? I want to ask you that question. What is your leadership level right now from ratio 1 to 10? Are you at 4? Are you at 5? Let's take 5 as average. Are you at 5? Okay. Are you at 6, 7? Okay. Okay. Do you have a team or do you have an organization? right now. So let's say you have an organization or you have a team that you lead. See, everyone that you are leading will always be below your leadership level. Can I repeat that? Everyone that you lead will always be below your leadership level. In fact, so let's say this is your organization right here. This is your organization. This is your business. And this is your business can never rise higher than your leadership level. Your business can never rise higher than your management level. Okay. So if you want your business to move to the next level, then do what? Improve your leadership level, increase your leadership level. Oh, let's try one more time. All right. Thank you so much. Our guest is really trying really hard to add so much value to our audience today. Can you hear me now? Good evening to you. Oh, I can't hear you. I don't know why. Let me check if our audience can hear you. Can you hear her? She's speaking right now. I think you are muted now. Before you were unmuted. We can I can't hear you. Hmm. She got disconnected again. All right. So um I hope, I'm still hopeful. Okay. I am still hopeful. I'm not giving up. All right. I am not giving up. So don't give up today. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right. Don't give up because, oh, yes, it went off again. It went off again. All right. So I really, can we try on Instagram? Oh, you couldn't hear her. All right. Thank you for the comments. Can we try again? Can we try on Instagram if Instagram will work? If StreamYard is not working, let me send you an invite to go live. If this will work, maybe this will be our last option for today. Okay, I just sent a go live invite. All right. I want to see here. Okay, can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear our guest? Our guest is live right now on Instagram. Okay, so if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, I want to encourage you to join us live on Instagram. But if you cannot, definitely you are going to hear our voice. Okay, you're going to hear our voice. I'll keep trying as well. I'll keep trying. My mistake was my laptop. I think it was not. It started updating some other software. Okay. Unfortunately for me, it went off. I was doing it earlier this afternoon, so I think it did not finish updating. So by the time I put it on to start the class, it just kept updating, and I have to succumb to use my phone. So my apologies for the whole network challenges that we have been experiencing. So sorry about that. Oh, no worries. Thank you. Thank you so much, even for your time, even for trying again and again, for not giving up. I mean, it's part of the spirit, not giving up. So absolutely, I agree. I agree. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. I've been sharing a couple of things with our audience about you being a business growth expert, and what you've been able to achieve by God's grace through your business, and how your business has grown, not just locally but globally, impacting many lives all around the world through your business. And I think we're just going to get into it straight up, okay? And we're going to get into it. I want to say a big thank you to you. If you're on Facebook and on YouTube, if you can hear me and you can hear our guest, just type yes. Let me see. Let me know that you can hear her clearly, okay? And if you want to see our face, I will encourage you to join us live on Instagram, okay? and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be impactful. We are people of value, adding value to others. So I think it would be a very good place for us to get started, looking through your journey, because many people think that I can't do it. I mean, yes, I have many ideas. Yes, I think I should be solving problems. Yes, I think I should be adding value to people. Yes, I feel like I should start a business. And they're just feeling it and they're just thinking it. And they're like, I don't know. I don't know if that's for me, but I think I should do it. So, can you please just tell us your tell us a little bit about your business, about your journey, and some key factors that have contributed to your exponential growth.
Okay, once again, thank you, Mr. Wale, for having me. Everyone who is joining, a big thank you to you for joining. Dr. Stephen as well, thank you for being a part of the live show tonight. We appreciate you. So for me, actually, before I talk about what has been a part of my growth and what has made me to keep going, I tell people generally that if your why is not strong enough, you never achieve your goals, you never actually get to the height of the financial goals or business goals you want to attain in life. So first and foremost, we need to define our why. So for me, I had to define my why. What is my why? What is the reason? What is my reason for wanting to become successful? Is it just to put a roof over, not a roof? Is it just to be able to show my husband, for instance, that I also have my own money? Because some people, you'll be surprised that that's their reason. Is it because I want to become a financial helpmate at the same time? Or I also want to raise transformational leaders. And of course, one of the things I keep thinking about, which is also of optimal desire for me, is, of course, I don't want my children to continue the rat race whereby they also have to grow up and start from scratch. It's not a must they actually follow my business line. But the rat race, if you look at a lot of billionaires we have today, they have actually laid down some footprints that their generations to come will never suffer, no matter what, no matter the economic downtime, no matter the holocaust, nothing is going to affect them. So for me, my strong why was very important to me. So before I could even think of growing, I had to define my why. So my why of wanting to become successful was very key, because this why kept me to want to explore other things to help the growth level to attain the result I want to achieve. If I say the journey of entrepreneurship is easy, I'm just lying. And that's why I tell people who are employees today, I tell them that if you as an employee cannot make happen for your current employer what you want to happen in your own business, then it's not possible for you to achieve same results. Let me break it down. For instance, if I am an employee in an organization now, I'm earning some certain amount of money, I am not okay with the way my boss talks to me or my other colleagues in the organization. I said, because of that, I want to start my business. And I have not been able to achieve any result in that organization in terms of sales. The purpose of every company, every organization, even the NGOs that tell you that they are not profits, the goal is still to make profits, because without profits, you cannot run your organization. So even if it's a non-profit organization, you're unable to help, contribute in a way that whatsoever you're contributing is adding to the sales of that organization, and you want to go and start your own. What happens is that you end up struggling and struggling and struggling. At the end of the day, you leave the job, you feel that I'm not cut out for entrepreneurship, and you begin to move. It's not you, Mr. Wale. The person begins to move from one job to another job with the intention of finding a job that can pay his immediate bills and for him to live the kind of life he wants to live at that particular moment. So this is very important. Before you as an employee actually thinks of employee, yes, think of leaving that job. Am I already getting that result? Am I achieving that result? So for me, some of the factors that helped me was my hunger to learn. I am a very hungry individual. That's why there are some things when it comes to my department, when it comes to my field, when it comes to some part of technology, some part of software that has to do with my field. That even when I'm employing an expert to come and to be in that particular position, even when they are talking, I already know the rudiments. I already know what comes to bear. So you can't bring one grammar, one English, and I'll feel like, oh wow, you're doing magic. Wow, I've seen the best. Because why? I am hungry to learn. So it helps me to keep learning. It helps me to keep asking myself, what is new in my industry? How can I stay afloat in my industry? Because the knowledge of yesterday actually becomes still today. So we have to intentionally continue to up our game in terms of finding, and not just because these things don't come natural to you. You have to search for it. Or who are the top people in my field? I remember the first time I had to pay thousands of dollars to actually be in a community whereby even my own success is like, are you joking? Like, I can't even talk about, like, I cannot open my mouth and talk about what I have done, achieved. That's to tell you the kind of successes people are sharing there, people that have done millions of dollars. There's a difference between millions of naira and millions of dollars. People who have done millions of dollars, like in a month, they're doing maybe $20 million. Some are doing maybe $1 million, $2 million. Those are the kind of crazy money they talk about in that community. So intentionally, I had to put myself in that community because I needed to change my mindset. I needed to tell myself that if these people, and the fun thing, one of them who happens to be my coach, actually, I'm far older than her. So it's not about age. It's not about age. So I had to tell myself that I need to learn from this lady. She has results in terms of what I want to achieve in the industry as well. Let me learn, what is she doing? Who are the people she's also learning from? So I had to even enroll to the program of the people who were coaches as well. And by doing so, I discovered that it has really, really helped me. It has changed. So a lot of people want to grow, but they are not ready. They are very stingy. You see, if you check some people's personal wardrobe, you discover that their wardrobe is larger and bigger than their knowledge base. And this is so true. Intentionally, I had to tell myself, I told myself, I love woman, but you see, early this year, I told myself, I'm not going to buy too many of woman. In short, I don't even want to buy, like, if I have to buy maybe all through this year, I won't buy more than 2 or 3. Because before I used to say, every month I have to change my hair. I don't have to wear the hair I wore last month. I wore last 2 months. But I said to myself, there's a level I want to attain in terms of the information knowledge I want to have. Rather than packing that money to go and beautify my head, let me use that money to invest in more knowledge, in more things that would impact my life and produce more results than just putting money to just buy hair. That's why one of our pastors will say that some people are trying to buy both straight when their life is not even straight. So you are trying to buy both straight, but your life is yet to be straight. So you have to make sure that your destiny is straight before you can wear both straight. Because even people actually, they are ready to sit at the table whereby they know that you have something to offer. They're not looking at your beauty. They are looking for people who have, yes, if you're not beautiful with brains, beautiful, that's additional plus. But they are looking for people who have something to offer at the table. And if someone sits with you for the next 1 or 2 minutes and they cannot ask you that, you know what, I would love to connect more with you. Here's my card, here's my number. Let's do more business together. Then it means that everything coming out of your mouth is rubbish. And for me, intentionally, I told myself, I don't want to sit in a table whereby I will not have something meaningful to contribute to it. So intentionally, I had to spend more money to learn, to grow myself. So for me, one of the factors, of course, is constant learning, ensuring that I'm learning. I know what is new in my line of business. Then secondly is innovation as well, because this current generation that we are right now, innovation is so key. Like if you think that this is what is trending, this is what is happening in my field, before you know it, is all over, is gone. Then another thing for me is collaboration with other brands. Just like I and Mr. Wale, we're having this live show now. We are collaborating together. We form a collaboration to be able to promote Mr. Wale's brand and promote my brand at the same time, in case you don't know. So we are rubbing we are rubbing on each other to grow ourselves. So some people will say, you know what, this person actually, no, he's going to steal my client. Oh, that person is going to steal my client. You know, this myopic and poverty mentality that some people still have. And we only take maybe 3 days prayer and fasting with strong deliverance that is going to save these people from this mentality that they have. So collaborating with other brands, it doesn't mean that anybody is stealing your idea. The truth is ideas are flying in the air.
Yeah.
All this, the idea you feel that you have, no, I have this idea. Guess what? A lot of people have it. But it's the way you are able to now innovate and build on it that determines how people will begin to recognize you and know you for it. In my field, there are a lot of people in it. In Mr. Wale's field, there are a lot of people in it. So you can find complementary services and collaborate with them. You can find people who actually are in a similar brand that you are, collaborate with them, because brand rubs off on brand to grow. And one thing you don't understand is that by me being on Mr. Wale's platform, somebody can see me and say, oh, this lady is into e-commerce. Okay, I've always wanted to do e-commerce because I trust Mr. Wale. They will now eventually come to me and say they want to do e-commerce business with me. Maybe somebody actually has been looking for agility training and where to do agility training because they are seeing me with Mr. Wale, because they trust me. My audience trust me. They will literally want to just go and meet Mr. Wale and say, oh, I saw you on social person's live show. Oh, this person actually, I just saw the video and she's my mentor. Oh, he's my mentor. Oh, that person, oh, is an amazing person. But because the brands are rubbing off on each other's brands, it helps the business to grow faster. So rubbing off on other people's brand has also helped me, especially using social media, because a lot of people have not met physically, or using the social media approach, I've been able to connect with so many people, and our brands have been able to rub off on each other, and has helped my brand to grow as well. Several times I'll see people who come to my live show, who will come and reach out to me and say to me, you know, I saw your so person's live show. I actually saw somebody mentioned your name. I check what you are doing, and I feel I'm interested in what you're doing, and how can I actually be a part of it? And I've gotten clients as well. But if I was myopic, if I was a bit difficult, and I feel that, you know what, there's no need for me to actually be in partnership with other brands, guess what will happen? Other people will come into that same field and they will sweep me off, and nobody will remember. Also do that. Also investing in technology. We already know that technology mining tomorrow is one of the most amazing things you can invest your money in if you want to grow your business. So
I think the audio is in and out.
Get the kind of result I want to get in my business. How can I maximize this? A lot of people have not taken out time to be able to do all of this.
I think the audio is. Can everybody hear her? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know if everyone is hearing you.
Okay.
Oh, yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, beautiful. I'm also trying to join via my laptop now.
Oh, okay.
So lastly for me is what has also been able to help me is having a growth mindset. So the growth mindset was really able to expand my mind of what is happening in my environment. Continue on stream, yeah. I just muted on Facebook. That's what I just did now. Okay. Yeah. So should I continue on Instagram or stream here? Okay, just continue on Instagram. Let's continue on Instagram. Okay, on Instagram. Okay, should I stay on stream?
Maybe you can be there and be muted.
Okay. I have muted myself.
Yes,
now.
they can hear your voice on Instagram. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So detoxify myself from the negativity in my environment. That's what a lot of people do not know how to do businesses. A lot of things are flying. I remember there was a time I asked my younger brother about how his business or how was work together. The next thing is this was so low that he's going on. You're saying, with Jesus, you never have money. I was Sister, you laying a course for me? I said, no, my brother, I'm not laying a course for you. The truth is, the more you say you don't have, you will never have. It's just the law. If you keep using your tongue, because there's a power on our tongue that a lot of people have not been able to maximize. And that's why whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or you're an unbeliever, if you are can able to apply the laws of the principles of life, of business, and you are not even a Christian, in terms of you give to the poor, you give to the widows, you say the right words about your business, even when you don't have money in your pocket, even when the whole country is in famine and everything looks as if it's going bad, but you keep saying the right things about your business. Guess what? Those are the people that really stand out. So I don't talk about what is happening in my environment. I talk about the positive. What do I want to see? The Bible makes us understand that and Isaac sowed in the land of famine and he reaped 1,000-fold. So it means that I can be in a land of famine and tell myself that I will reap, because he believed I was going to reap, and that was why I reaped a bountiful harvest. So let's also detoxify our mind of the negativity in our environment. It has helped me a whole lot. My staff knows they can't use the wrong words. I still scolded my son today. He used the wrong words, and I said, you know what, this is in our family and it's our culture. This kind of words are not permitted. In short, to the extent that even in my kitchen, I tell the cook that, if we are out of something, you don't tell me that it's finished. It's surplus. Because we don't use such words, because words are powerful. So intentionally, from a very tender age, I make sure even my children, myself in the business, I don't say what is happening. I say what I want to see. And it has become even a culture with my staff. They begin to say what we want to see and not what is happening. We don't care what's happening in the world. We are different. We will sow and we are going to reap. It's not going to affect us. The exchange rates, and that's why a lot of people who can actually maximize this.
Yes, I think your audio went out again. When you said the exchange rates, I heard that. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much. Wow, that was loaded. That was loaded. In fact, I want everyone that is listening to us now, I want you to please take note of a couple of things. Very important for us to highlight some of the things that she just shared. Powerful principles. In fact, everything that she has been talking about, for me, I think everything is a principle. And I want you to take note of this. She used the word intentionally. That I intentionally. She continued to use that word, I intentionally. That means she made a choice. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. And I want everybody, please tweet that. Be intentional. Tweet it. Write it somewhere. Make it bold. In fact, put it in your office. In fact, put it in your bedroom. Be intentional every day. It's important. It's important to be successful in anything. So thank you very much for saying that. And in fact, I was just laughing when you talked about being in a group and you felt like, oof, what's going on here? Like when you were hearing stories, the people's result in the world. I've had that experience before as well. So when you were saying it, I'm like, okay. I've had that experience many times, been in the big room and I'm like, woof, okay. I'm a student here. I am a student here. In fact, anyone that is hearing us, please write this down. It's important. If you are the smartest in your group, you are in the wrong group. If you are the smartest and everybody is coming to you for the answer, hey, you need to run. You are in the wrong group. Get into a new group where you can learn. Be intentional. So write it down. Be intentional. So thank you so much for sharing that. I think what you just shared will lead us into the next question, because I've seen many, business people failed, and I've seen many people, who have given up, um, who are not even thinking about trying because they don't see failure as an asset. And the reason being that they are not learning, like what you shared, they are not learning from their failures, and they are not turning failures to assets. They see failure as liability. So eventually they just give up. So what challenges or obstacles do you think people face when they are growing businesses, and how do you think they can overcome them?
Okay, there are quite a couple of challenges. It actually differs.
Mhm.
It differs based on country. It differs based on location as well. Even if you're in a country, it depends on your state as well. So for some people, could be funding in terms of when it comes to expansion. Yes, they started with a little amount of money. Now they want to grow and get to the capital markets, and they need more funds. Now for you now, Mr. Wale, who is in the US now, you guys you have access to even collect. You have access to credit cards. We don't have that access in my country. In short, even the little money lenders that borrow people money, you just receive a message in your phone sometimes. Now they don't even do messages anymore. It's a call. So
Yeah.
person borrowed money from me, yeah, from our
Wow.
company, and he has refused to refund us. Please tell the person, otherwise we'll take legal action. We'll take this. We'll take that. Now, because for that now, a good structure has not been put in place. Because when I even know their numbers when they call like this. Say, please, when this person was borrowing money from you, did you call me to tell me? I don't even know the person. So please don't even call my number. Like, it irritates me. But because there's structure and systems in your country now, in the US, of course, they have access to funds. Depending on how your business has grown, you can apply for more funds over there. Have some more funds up there. But for even the interest rate alone can really kill businesses. It doesn't help business to succeed, even when you actually reach out to the bank eventually and they're giving you some funds. So for some people actually who wants to grow more, one of the things I've learned from Dr. Bisi Akintayo is using social capital. Growing your business based on social capital, and that actually is even faster, is easier, a bit less headache than having to grow with going to the bank and all of that to be able to get funds. So that's a bit better. So funding, number one, is a challenge for a lot of businesses. They want to expand. They have these beautiful ideas. Some do not even know the right channels to go, either to get grants, because there's a lot of grant that is accessible both for women, both for individuals. Some don't even have they don't have, even when the funding is available. Like, I've seen some people have beautiful ideas, but they don't know how to put their ideas together. They don't know how to market their ideas. And in life, you need to understand that in order to make money, you have to be a good marketer. If you're a terrible marketer, you cannot make money. If you want to even get married, if you don't market to your spouse properly, you won't marry that woman today if you cannot market. A woman also has to know how to market very well to be able to collect extra money from her spouse. Just like even the kids also have to learn how to market very well to collect money from their parents. And I've seen this play out in so many cases. So if you're an individual who actually feel that funding is your issue, you have beautiful ideas, you don't have to be the one to pitch the ideas. That's the mistake a lot of people make. Yes, I'm the one that owns the idea, so I'm the one that have to pitch the idea. No, you can look for somebody who is good. He's a good marketer. Some guys are very good at this. Find a good marketer who can help you. You can just promise them, okay, I'll pay you XYZ amount once this deal actually clicks. I need you to really help me. Let them understand what you're trying to do. Sure, some people, you just need to share a little idea with them. The way they even sugarcoat the whole idea, you'll be wondering, who owns the idea? Is it me or this individual? Why? Because they are good at marketing. That is their job. So you don't have to be the one to pitch the ideas. You can get them to pitch the ideas for you. You can also have somebody to put together all your paperwork as well. You don't have to do it yourself. That's the mistake a lot of people do as well, and they don't get access to these funds. Even when these funds are actually available, they do not get access to it because I just feel that it has to be me. It has to be me. This me mentality kills businesses a lot. Yeah. So access to funding is a lot of issues that's actually retarded some business growth. Then structure as well. structure I'm talking about in terms of your business. Now, I'm not talking of structure in terms of the physical building. No, in terms of the business. And that's when Mr. Wale comes to play. For instance, the agility training that you get to offer that helps not just to put structure in the business, but helps the business to go from one generation to another generation. And when somebody leaves the business actually does not hang in a place. You know, people actually can come in, new people can come in and take over the business based on the structure you are helping companies to build, which is beautiful, which is amazing. And every company actually needs agility. And of course, I believe those are watching this. If you are own a business, you need to reach out to Mr. Wale because he actually is good when it comes to agility training. So structure is a big issue. A lot of organizations lack good structure. So this actually can retard your growth, even if you have the financial capacity as well, but you don't have the structure, your growth can be retarded. Now, another thing is woman problem. A lot of people have woman problems. Just, hey, Jesus, woman problem is one of the biggest issues. A lot of organizations are struggling, are battling with, like this woman problem. Hey, only God will save us. But the truth is, I actually would advise, and for me, in as much as we want to have people with high performance in our organization, it is also good to have people with good culture. If you have good culture in your organization, it is easy to solve the woman problem. Now, some people might be the high performing staff and be the one giving the lower staff problems in the organization. So if you cannot get them to be trained and know that, yes, you might be the high performing staff in the organization, but we need you to abide by the culture of this organization, then they need to go. It is better you now train those who have good culture and train them to become high-performing staff. Because trust me, anybody can be high-performing staff if they undergo very good training. Like good trainings follow up to ensure that these people become good. They can be. So if you have bad culture in the organization, you can take it out. Then introducing incentives to the staff as well. Staff love incentives will, of course, help. You know, knowing that so if I make this, like I know my EA, for instance, now, because she knows that there's a conference we're to attend in Dubai. So she's trying to work towards ensuring that we go for the conference together. And that's one of the reward system for her. Some staff, their reward system, maybe because they're in school, is to pay their tuition fee. So it could be that for you. Some could even be their rent. It could be the incentives you're giving them so that it could help them to be in the business and keep them in. Some could be that they want to go for their masters. Some could also be you also proposing to them. Some could even be that what they want is a car. So giving them incentives that you know actually connect to what they want. Because sometimes in organization as well, we think that's what our staff wants, but that's not the kind of incentives they want. What they want is different. Some just want a new car. Some people just want maybe their house rent to be paid. If I can, instead of the money for this trip, can't I just, or instead of the money for this, instead of me getting an iPhone or a new brand new laptop, it doesn't give me this money to pay my house rent. It's really go a long way. So it could also be, so we need to connect also to knowing what our staff and that actually can give it really want so that we can be able to give incentives that would connect to their emotions and make them stay longer. That would help to solve the woman problem. Then cultural differences as well is also another challenge that can actually help some businesses not to grow in terms of, a Christian, and my religion actually says that I cannot use technology. Technology is evil. AI is evil. You know, some people still feel that AI is evil. Is the 666 that is coming into the world. So there are some religion like that. So you need to also understand that cultural differences also can affect or make the growth of the organization to be retarded as well. So we need to also be careful. If you are bringing different people of different culture into your organization as well, you need to, that's why you have to have your own strong culture well laid down. Of course, if you are the individual that do not mind other culture to be your organization, you just need to have those principles that can ensure that everybody actually is working smoothly in the organization and there's no issue, there's no problem, and everybody can deliver the results and do not affect the growth of the organization. Now, another thing is Leadership also is also another key thing that can affect the growth of the company. In terms of the leaders, you said something earlier, when you are the only the only one that can see in the midst of blind people, or you are the smartest person in the midst of your peers, then you should know there's a problem. Now, the leadership actually could be a problem in the sense that the leaders feel that they are the smartest, that what they feel they are doing is the best, whereas they are not opening themselves and their mind to innovation or to listen, as well to get some other advice and input from other companies, from other departments, which can help the organization to grow. So sometimes some leaders are the stereotyped ones that are stopping the growth of the organization. When a new staff, or not a new staff, when a staff is saying that, oh, we can do this, we can do this, this is what people are doing, let's be open to do it as well, to enable our businesses to grow, to enable the organization to eat the kind of results we want it to eat, then of course it can affect that particular company. I remember the story of one of our pastors in the church, and he shared the story of how he was led into a particular organization, a real estate organization, and for a long time, for years, the organization wasn't making sales, but he was a copper. He had other reasons to actually serve in other companies, but he had a needing to go to that company. So when he got there and saw that things were not going well in that organization, he raised that there should be a fast in the company for 3 days, and some other spiritual things in the Christendom, which he did. And that was it for the company. That was how changes actually began to take place. It was just a copper. So imagine if the organizational leadership said, you copper, you copper. It might not be in terms of prayer, it might be in terms of ideas that the staff is trying to bring, and you underrate the staff. And that idea can be the one that wants to lead the company to the next phase of billions of dollars the company needs to get to. So you need to open your mind. Check a lot of organizations as well. They are not the sole individual that actually are making things to happen. When you run an organization, you need people to make things work. You need people to make your dream come to pass. I remember the story of Domino's, how their name was formed when their name wasn't Domino's before. I think it's Dominic or something. I can't really remember the name right now. And when the owner, the real owner of that name said to them that I don't want you to use my name anymore, and the name has gone far, like everybody was using the name, everybody already knows the name, and they were thinking, what name can they actually come up with? And it was just a staff in the organization that came up with that helped and came up with the Domino's name. So imagine they had to trash and say, what are you talking about? What are you saying? You're just a staff. You're not one of the top leaders of the organization. So leadership has to actually be flexible as well, so that they can not be the one causing distorted growth of the organization. This is also very, very important. The customer satisfaction. As businesses grow, there's an issue of customers' satisfaction being fulfilled. It's a major issue with a lot of organizations. Yeah. Now, what is in your mind? I have to be calling myself. Even me, when I say that I'm beginning to notice that in my organization, I call myself to order. By the time we are just after sales. When you collect money from this person, you are thinking about to collect money from the next person. When the business begins to grow, I'm talking about in terms of growth. So I tell myself I need to ensure that even my old students, I might not be able to reach out to all of them at the same time, but at least it could be they are seeing my messages. They still know that I remember them. They still know that I'm still here for them. And it doesn't mean that if they'll ask me a question now and I will discard them. No. So it's intentional, because it's a lot of problems, especially I'll use my part of the world now that some people have. So you have to be intentional that customer satisfaction is key. So I tell my staff that I can sack you because of my clients. If you are not doing the right thing and they are complaining, because they're the one that will pay me. They're the one that will refer people to me. They're the one that will say good or ill about my business. So customer satisfaction is another thing that is a problem. As the business begins to grow, if you are not careful, it can begin to affect the business in a big and in a magnanimous way that it will really take a whole lot of time for that particular company to recover from it. So you have to intentionally keep looking at the strategies that have been put in place to ensure that your customers are satisfied, so that it will not stop the growth of the organization as well. So all these I've actually said are very important, especially this last one, customer satisfaction. Let's hold it, because when one customer cries foul, two cries foul, and becomes a public knowledge, before we know it, begins to affect the organization in a very terrible way. I remember the story of Henry Ford, for instance, when there was an issue and it was escalating. They were crying that their wages they were paying, the wages they were paying them, the workers, was quite low. Even when it comes to Nike as well, there was a scandal they had that time that they were paying their workers below the minimum wage. They were involved in child labor and all of those things. And, their customers began to, before you know, it affected the business, so that the sales of the business dropped. But thank God that they were able to take advantage of receiving solution and taking it to the solution as well, to ensure that their customers are not seeing them in that particular light. Yes. Even though they were not the only ones as at that time, and they couldn't control the manufacturers, they were outsourcing the product to what they were doing and the kind of labor they were engaging at that particular time. So I hope actually I was able to say a little that people learned from this evening.
Wow. Thank you so much. In fact, you've said a lot of things. And I want to say a thank you to everyone watching us live right now and those on Facebook and on YouTube. By the way, you've actually touched base on even more things. Let me quickly just highlight something which I think is very important. But many times I share this with leaders, whenever I'm doing executive coaching and executive training. And I always tell leaders, and if you're a business leader, or if you are you are in a management position and you are listening to us right now, please take note of this. Culture is created from the top, sustained at the bottom, and destroyed in the middle.
Wow.
Now, you just said something. You've been talking about culture.
Write that down as well, Mr. Wale.
Yeah, please, everybody, please write that down. It's important. Write that down. Culture is created from the top, sustained at the bottom, and destroyed in the middle. Because everything, according to John C. Maxwell, rises and falls on leadership. You talk about culture. For example, you give an example of your family, when you heard your child saying something. No. We don't say that here. Even the cook, hey, we don't say that here. All right. Instead of that, say this. That is, being intentional about the culture, the kind of culture. And the same thing needs to happen as a business person. Please take note of this. Everything rises and falls on you. So you've heard everything from our guests today, and I want to believe that you are writing your notes. Your notepad should be full right now. In fact, after this message, I will encourage you to play it over and over again, because hearing it the first time, trust me, you won't catch it. Trust me, you won't catch everything. At least you need to hear it at least 3 times. In fact, I always encourage my mentees, hear it as much as possible. 7 times minimum. And that's what I do. When I love something, when I love a message, I listen to it at least 7 times. All right. So this is it. I would just love you to please share your personal advice as we end this session today. Before we end it, your own personal advice, maybe in just a few minutes. What would be your own advice to aspiring, entrepreneurs? Someone out there that is thinking about starting a business, or someone out there that is struggling, maybe because of business failure, or maybe because of the situation, or maybe because of the excuses that they have created for themselves, or the choices that they've made. So, what would be your advice for those people in achieving exponential growth in their businesses?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Wale. And please, I think some people who are working in any organization or who own a business should actually frame this particular word so that not the word, that particular statement Mr. Wale made mention of, because it can help the organization to keep going. That was a very powerful statement. Culture is created at the top and destroyed at the middle. So it's really powerful because it keeps everybody going and understand that we must not destroy this thing. Mm-hmm. This thing must not be destroyed. I remember one of my mentors once said to me that every morning what they do in their company is that, especially when the person is new, for the next 3 months, they read the culture of the organization so that can continue to stick in the brains of the staff. They know their culture, they know their vision statement. There are some people you call them, what's even the vision statement of your company? You don't even know it, and they've been working there for the past 3 or 5 years. So I'll be so surprised. Okay, so I'm going to answer for the advice for the aspiring entrepreneurs, those who are already in business already. I'm going to be giving different advices because different things, of course, will work for different people. For those who are aspiring to become an entrepreneur, you're working for an organization right now and you intend to become an entrepreneur. Please try as much as possible that you give your all to the organization, because if you don't give your all, when you start your own, expect what you give to your current employer, expect it back in 1,000-fold. So if you are the individual who is backbiting, and I advise people, do not be a part of an organization whereby people are backbiting. So if you don't like what is happening in the organization and you are collecting their salary, then you're a very wicked person, a wicked individual. You are backbiting, or you are collecting their salary, then you are wicked and you intend to own your business. They don't do what's for you. So if you are joining people to backbite, you don't like the rules, you don't like the culture of the organization, it doesn't go with your morale, it doesn't go with your standards, just resign. It's as simple as that. Resign and go and find another job, or you start your own business. Then also there are some people who are currently working in an organization and they are using their employer's time also to do other businesses. It is very detrimental to your own success as well. Your business will not grow. It's not a course. It's what you sow to others. Somebody will sow it to you as well. So I even tell my mentees that I train in e-commerce that please don't use your employer's time. You can either do 30 minutes before you go to work. Maybe you wake up earlier, or do your break time. If you have to do something online, choose your break time. Or after work, all those times you used to go and gossip, chat or go on Instagram, be watching the latest gossip about the artist that is being dragged online. Use that time, focus on your business. So that time you guys used to watch Netflix, use it to focus on your business, to build your business, and you see your business doing better. So that is my advice to those people who are still working. And if you know that as an employee, you actually don't have a business background, even if you have a business background, before you go into any business whatsoever, find somebody who has become successful in that business. Let them coach you. Some of them might not have coaching programs. They might not have mentorship program. You can get their books. If they have books, read them. Some of these people are online. Follow them bumper to bumper. If they have a course, get it. If they don't have a course and they are talking about, oh, this person is my mentor, that person is my mentor, go and find who their mentors are. See, go and find the books they are reading. There was a time that even when my husband is talking, because he actually does a lot of trainings and programs, when he's talking, I know where he picked that particular quote he's quoting from. That particular statement or that particular training, that particular topic, I know where he picked it from, because I have understood those who he studied and who he actually that mentors him. I know the materials he's consuming, and I had to go and tell myself that I need to go and consume such materials. And this is also even in marriage, what makes some people feel left behind, that, it causes intimidation and low self-esteem for some couple, because your spouse is growing, you refuse to grow. And you feel that, oh, after all, I'm just wife now. Like, okay, don't let me diversify from business topics. Let me put that Another way, but it's important. Even in an organization, you need to grow. In your business, you need to grow. Otherwise, you'll be left behind, and you now begin to have low self-esteem that you have been left behind. So it's intentional that you find those mentors. Let them coach you. Let them tell you, see, learn from their mistakes. Forget all I was poor, now I'm rich, I'm driving Ferrari. Now I have mansion in Banana Island. I have this thing in Kiniko, in Kashafa, in the US. Forget those beautiful stories. Learn who were they. Check all the billionaires that we have right now. Go and check their history. Go and watch biographies. See, none of the Henry Ford, poor boy. My children, because I had to ensure that my children will start to study these people. And one of them had to, where is all of them? They are poor. I said, you see, they're poor. Because this one, Henry Ford, the poor boy, Thomas Edison, this one, poor, Nike, all of them poor. You know, the Adidas brothers, Adidas and Puma, this one poor, and they're wondering, why are they all poor? And I have to explain to them that the reason why they became successful is because they told themselves that I cannot continue this suffer. I know good. I've seen people who are living good life. I want to live a good life. And that's why a lot of rich children, and I said that will not happen to me. And my own children, they'll become extremely more wealthy than myself and my husband. So I need to expose their mind early enough so that they can be able to build transgenerational wealth or continue the transgenerational wealth in their own generation. So you need to also watch their biographies. You will discover that amidst all these flashy things that you see them display online, there was a story behind their glory. So learn from the story. If you can even print out their encyclopedia, print it out. Now do a case study. Like, I'm serious, so because this is part of what I did. Do a case study. Now begin to underline what strategy did they develop here. Oh, they failed at this point. How many times they failed? Domino's brothers that started Domino Pizza. It was two brothers that started. The other brother actually decided after, due to failures, he had to, can you imagine, sold his one share, 50% of the share for Ijapa, a car that is like Ijapa, like 1 year car that is no more today. Please pardon my English right now. My English and my Yoruba at the same time. But he had to sell his one share for a very ridiculous stuff because they were failing at that point. So you also, if you sit down and say, how many times this guy has failed though? Like they failed several times. Not once. You've not even seen failure. You've not seen anything called failure. You've not seen anything called failure. They failed several times. Their businesses crumble. During war, their businesses shut down. So several things. So go and study their biographies. By the time when I started studying more biographies, I told myself, even when I'm having issues in businesses, I tell myself, oh, hey, if these guys can overcome, you will overcome better than them and come out gloriously. So watch the biographies of a lot of people who have failed, who are now successful today, how they have been able to make it to the top, things they did, how they were able to do it, and how you can do it better at the same time, because you even have more advantage than they had in their own time. So whether you are in any part of the world, you have more advantage because they didn't have people to study. You have people to study. That's the difference. And that's why your own wealth should be greater than their own wealth. But if you keep looking at all the Gen Z things flying online and allow somebody to pepper you and you begin to have high blood palpitation, you just end up in the hospital with nobody to be able to pay your bills, rather than focus on how to build your own business and transgenerational wealth. So if you're an individual trying to start up, ensure you find those who have gone ahead of you. Let them be your coach. Let them be your mentors. Don't try and... We pay two ways in life. Either we pay a mentor to succeed, or we pay failures to be able to learn from our failures to succeed at the end of the day. Now, for those who actually are already in business right now, they're having challenges. Challenges are not actually the end of your business. Challenges are usually the food of champions. Yeah. So what makes great people, successful people become successful is the challenges that they are going through. And these challenges actually helps them to create solutions. In the middle of challenge, and that's why you discover that when there are challenges in countries during COVID-19, for instance, a lot of people came out richer, more wealthy during COVID-19. Everybody felt that, oh, this is the end of the world. The world is coming to an end. Some people saw it as an advantage to be able to position themselves, to be able to make more money. And that's why even agile training trains you on how you can position yourself, that even if there's an holocaust, even if there's issues in town, even if your country, the whole world is going down, guess what? Because you already have that training, my son like Mr. Wale, guess what? Your business will not suffer. Rather, your business will do quadruple or triple their sales in that particular year or month of that holocaust or whatever pandemic is happening at that particular time. So for those who actually are in business right now, you're having challenges, also find organizations like Mr. Wale's own that can help you to build, structure your business, take you through agility training that you can learn more from it. You can actually also find consultants who can look into your business. You might feel that, oh, the money consultants are charging, they don't come cheap. It's you that want business growth. So whatever you want, you desire your business, you should be able to pay for it. Gather all that money that you are using to go and do, buy your bones straight. Yet the destiny of the individual is not straight. Gather the money they are using to buy all those flashy things. Gather it and put it. Let the consultants help you to triple your sales. Then you will now continue to have that money that you continue to buy your bones straight and whatever you want to buy, or you want to buy your Gucci shoe or your Gucci bag, or you want to, whatever you want to do. But hiring the right consultants will really help you if your business is having challenges. Also ensuring that your team, that's also another mistake people make. They want to grow themselves as leaders in the organization, but they don't grow their team. Right now, while we are having this meeting, one of my teammates just sent me a training that she said she has registered for, because I told her there must be a training we are going for every week. It might be online, it might be physical training. I saw a message came in why this live show is going on, that she has registered for the training. So it's not just about empowering myself. Be intentional about my team as well as to grow, because they can't give what they don't have. Sometimes as employers, we're expecting what our team do not have from them, because they don't have the right skills, they don't have the right technical know-how. They cannot deliver what you want them to deliver. They cannot give you the best. They can only give you the best of what they feel they have. So you also have to ensure that as you are growing, impact or spend more in your staff as well. Let them also take them for trainings, pay for trainings, take them for trips. It opens their mind for innovation. It could be taking them to a 5-star hotel to have dinner, for instance, and begin to ask them questions about how can they, there's some environment that when you get to, or when you sleep on some kind of bed or in some kind of hotel, the kind of inspiration ideas are just been flowing in your head. Hey, you just, the kind of dreams you dream that night to be different from the person that slept in a place that in the morning when you wake up, you just be hearing by two, that's what you're hearing when you wake up in the morning. So the kind of ideas that will spring up and it becomes totally different. So you need to grow your team, you need to grow yourself. This is also very important. Invest in consultants, connect with people, strategically position yourself as well for your business growth, for business successes. Don't just be stereotyping your business and say, this is how we've been doing it, and this is how it's going to continue to be. And continue, don't worry, your business will continue to enjoy the downgrade in finance, if that's what you want. So thank you very much,
wow.
Mr. Wale.
Wow. You've really unpacked stuff today. Wow. In fact, you just said something and I'm like, ooh, yes, I think everybody needs to catch that. If you have missed it, don't miss this. Challenges are the food of champions. Don't miss that. Challenges are the foods of champions. So that means if you're experiencing any challenge right now, hey, just step on it. Step on it to your next step. Is your food. Eat it. All right. Wow. Thank you for that statement. I really love it. In fact, I'm saying it so that I can remember it, and I'm going to write it down after this session. So thank you so much for that. And you also said something, and I think everybody needs to take note of. so that no one on this live session misses this. Please don't miss it. She talked about reading biographies, studying biographies. If I don't read, study. Okay, there's a difference.
Absolutely.
Study. Now, studying biographies. do, do we know that there are no biographies of average people? They don't exist. We only have biographies of extraordinary people. So anytime you are reading biographies, know that you are reading biographies of people who have made things happen. And that's why we need to read it. And that's why I love reading stories about people, I just want to read about what they have done. In fact, I love to learn more from their failures. I don't even care many times about their successes. I want to know, what did you do wrong? I want to know how far did you fail and how did you get out of it? And that's exactly what I look for every time. So thank you so much, Mrs. Bisi Akintayo, for joining us on this live session. And I think I saw Dr. Stephen, came in briefly. Thank you so much, my wonderful brother. I really, really appreciate your time, my sister, for your time, for being here today, for being resourceful, adding value to people. I mean, that's what we do every day, because we are people of value, adding value to people everywhere we go. So thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate what you have invested here today. And yeah, do have a wonderful evening, and my regards to everyone.
Thank you so much. And my regards to my amazing sister as well. Thank you for having me. I had an amazing time, and thank you to the audience as well.
Thank you, my sister. Have a wonderful evening. All right. Wow, I'm excited. Yes, before we end this session today, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us. Thank you so much for joining us today. By the way, July, I want you to watch out for July. We're going to have some powerful guests that will be joining us as well. We're going to be talking about a different theme, okay, a different topic entirely. Stay tuned. Don't miss any section. See, what you are getting for free, all right, is gold. Is gold. All right. I remember one of the master classes I had for some leaders, and I was sharing with them that you determine whatever you want your organizations to be. And we're talking about different areas they can use to actually take their organizations to the next level. So if you are a leader and if you are watching me right now, I will encourage you to go to the leadership channel consulting.com. The leadership channel consulting.com. I want to give you a free gift. It's a free gift. Okay, let me type it right now for you not to miss that. The leadershipchannel.com. I think we have Femi on the call. You can type it if you're on the call. I hope it doesn't have network issue. The leadership channel. All right. .org. Okay. Now visit that website right now. You will see a free gift. It's a free launch and learn for your team. Okay. You don't have to we don't have to do it for you in person. Of course, the world is a global village. We can have it. We can deliver this free launch and learn in your organization virtually. Okay, whether you have 10 employees or you have 10,000 employees, we can deliver it virtually. All right, register today. It's a free launch and learn leadership development training for your team. Okay, and we want to add value to you. We want to add value to your organization. Take advantage of that today. We have that running. Okay, don't let it go. So next week, I want you to stay tuned. For next month, we're going to start talking about the next guest that we're going to have live right here on this platform. Before then, I want you to continue to succeed. Keep on succeeding. There is one thing I do every day, raising eagles, and I will continue to do this until you succeed. Do have a wonderful weekend.